Hi there! So today I'm gonna discuss the books I've read in 2015. Don't worry. I only read 6, so this video isn't going to take very long. Last year I set myself a goal to read 10 books. It didn't really work out that way. I have to say I am a very slow reader. I am also dyslexic and that isn't really helping a lot if you want to read lots of books. So I'm just gonna review the books a little bit and tell you if it was easy and fun for me to read and if I recommend it to other people. So the first book I have read in 2015 isn't here with me today. I've read it on my e-readers. I don't have a copy of it, which I'm a bit sad about. I like to have copies to show people that I can read. So the first book was Alliant. I don't know if I say it right, but it's the third book of the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth. And I did like the first one. The second one was okay to me, but the third one I was a bit disappointed. It's quite similar to the Hunger Games, but I do prefer the Hunger Games more. I think I like the story more of the Hunger Games. It's also about young people who fight against their government to make the world a better place, and it's also in the future and in America. Not that I would like to compare those two because they're quite different also, but I didn't quite enjoy the third book as much as I wanted to. My next book I've read when I was on holiday in Switzerland while I was snowboarding. Not while I was snowboarding, it would be dangerous and stuff, but it would be cool. I read Girl Online by Zoe Suck, aka Zoella. I like Zoella, I like her videos now and then. And I also like this book. I like the story, but it is quite easy. I think it concentrates more on teens. I'm not really a teen anymore. For me it was a bit too simple, but it was really fun to read, and I would like to read the second book of Zoe, which is Girl Online on Tour. That was Girl Online. The next book I read was The Rosie Project by, oh no, I have to say his name again, Graham Simpson. I have the Rosie Effect here, but the first one is The Rosie Project. This one I haven't read yet. The Rosie Project I've read in Dutch. Sometimes I like to read in Dutch, sometimes I like to read in English. It doesn't really matter, I can read both pretty well, or actually very slow. But I think it's good I read it in Dutch because the main character uses quite a lot of difficult words. I did like the book. I had some difficulties to come into the story, but at the end I really enjoyed it. I do think the main character is really annoying, but it was in a good way. I don't know. I would recommend the book, and I'm also gonna read the second book. The next book I read I sadly also don't own. It's Paper Towns by John Green. A few days ago I just watched the movie and I really liked it. But I like the books even more. It's about adventure and stuff, and I just really enjoy reading that kind of stories. I would recommend it to anyone. It was not too hard, but also not that easy as Girl Online. After Paper Towns I've read this book in Dutch. In Dutch it's called Spaar de Spotvogel, but in English it's called To Kill a Mockingbird. I wanted to say Mockingjay. And I really enjoyed this book. I think it's a beautiful story. I learned a lot about American society in the 1930s, I believe. The main character is a little girl, which makes the story a bit softer, and it's not a fun topic, but it's written really light. And I would really recommend you to read this book. It's a classic. After I read To Kill a Mockingbird, I saw that there was another book by Harper Lee, which is Go Set a Watchman, and this is also the Dutch version. I really like the cover on this one. It's about the same girl, but she has grown up and she goes back to her father and discovers she has other opinions than he has. Still a very good story, but I didn't like it as much as To Kill a Mockingbird. So those were the 6 books I've read in 2015, and I hope to finally reach my goal and read 10 books in 2016. I will leave a link to my Goodreads profile down below, so you can check out which books I want to read and leave me recommendations and stuff. I hope you enjoyed my video and leave me some book recommendations down below. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.